If you're over 60, or you care about someone who is, you probably know that life can bring both joys and challenges as we age. But there's one challenge that often goes unnoticed, unspoken, and untreated: depression in seniors. It's more common than most people realize, and it can have a profound impact on every aspect of life, from physical health to relationships and even independence. The most dangerous part? Depression in older adults often looks different than it does in younger people, and the warning signs are easy to miss or dismiss as just getting older. That's why today, I want to share the 5 most important signs of depression in seniors that you should never ignore. Recognizing these signs could make all the difference for you or someone you love. Let's start with a simple but powerful truth. Depression is not a normal part of aging. Yes, everyone has ups and downs, and it's natural to feel sad or lonely from time to time, especially after a loss or a big life change. But when those feelings linger, deepen, or start to interfere with daily life, it's time to pay attention. Depression is a real medical condition, not a weakness or a character flaw. And the good news is, it's treatable at any age. So, what makes depression in seniors so hard to spot? For one thing, older adults are less likely to talk about their feelings. They may have grown up in a time when mental health wasn't discussed openly, or they may worry about being a burden to others. Sometimes, they don't even realize they're depressed. They just know they don't feel like themselves. On top of that, the symptoms of depression in seniors can be very different from what you might expect. Instead of sadness, the warning signs often show up as changes in the body, behavior, or thinking. Sign 1. Loss of interest in activities once enjoyed. One of the clearest signs of depression in seniors is a loss of interest or pleasure in activities that used to bring joy. Maybe your loved one used to love gardening, playing cards, or going for walks, but now they seem to have lost all motivation. They might stop attending social events, cancel plans, or spend more time alone. This isn't just slowing down with age. It's a red flag that something deeper may be going on. If you notice this change in yourself or someone you care about, don't brush it off. Ask gentle questions and encourage them to talk about how they're feeling. Sign 2. Changes in appetite or weight. Depression can have a powerful effect on the body, especially when it comes to eating habits. Some seniors lose their appetite and start to lose weight without trying. Others may eat more than usual, especially comfort foods, and gain weight. These changes can be subtle at first, but over time, they can lead to serious health problems like malnutrition, weakness, or increased risk of illness. If you notice unexplained weight loss or gain, or if meals are being skipped or overeaten, it's important to look deeper and consider whether depression could be a factor. Sign 3. Sleep problems. Sleep and mood are closely connected, and depression often disrupts normal sleep patterns. Some seniors with depression have trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. They may wake up early and be unable to get back to sleep. Others may sleep much more than usual, spending hours in bed during the day. Poor sleep can make depression worse, creating a vicious cycle of fatigue, low energy, and even more sleep problems. If you or a loved one is struggling with sleep, don't just assume it's a normal part of aging. It could be a sign of something more serious. Sign 4. Physical complaints without a clear cause. One of the most overlooked signs of depression in seniors is an increase in physical complaints, aches and pains, headaches, digestive problems, or unexplained fatigue. These symptoms are real, but they often don't have a clear medical explanation. Doctors may run tests and find nothing wrong, but the discomfort persists. This is because depression can affect the body as well as the mind, and in older adults, it often shows up as physical symptoms rather than emotional ones. If you notice a pattern of ongoing physical complaints that don't improve with treatment, consider whether depression could be playing a role. Sign 5. Withdrawal or isolation. Finally, one of the most serious signs of depression in seniors is social withdrawal or isolation. Maybe your loved one stops calling friends, avoids family gatherings, or seems uninterested in connecting with others. They may spend more time alone, stop answering the phone, or even avoid leaving the house. Isolation can make depression worse, and it also increases the risk of other health problems, including cognitive decline and even early death. If you notice someone pulling away from their usual social life, it's time to reach out and offer support. Recognizing these 5 signs is the first step, but what should you do if you see them in yourself or someone you care about? The most important thing is not to ignore them. Depression is not something to tough out or wait for it to pass. It's a medical condition that deserves attention and treatment. Start by having an open, compassionate conversation. Express your concern, listen without judgment, and encourage them to talk to a doctor or mental health professional. Sometimes, just knowing that someone cares can make a world of difference. In the next section, we'll talk about why depression in seniors is often missed or misdiagnosed, the unique risk factors older adults face, and the steps you can take to get help and support. Because no one should have to face depression alone, and with the right help, recovery is possible at any age. Now that you know the 5 key signs of depression in seniors, let's explore why this condition is so often missed or misdiagnosed, and what makes older adults especially vulnerable. Understanding these factors can help you be more alert, more compassionate, and more effective in supporting yourself or a loved one through difficult times. One major reason depression in seniors goes unnoticed is that its symptoms often overlap with other common health issues. For example, fatigue, sleep problems, and aches and pains can be caused by arthritis, heart disease, diabetes, or even the side effects of medications. Doctors and family members may focus on treating these physical problems without realizing that depression could be the underlying cause. Seniors themselves may not recognize their symptoms as depression, especially if they've never experienced it before or if they believe that feeling down is just part of getting older. Another challenge is the stigma that still surrounds mental health, especially in older generations. Many seniors grew up in a time when depression was rarely discussed, and seeking help for emotional struggles was seen as a sign of weakness. They may feel embarrassed, ashamed, or afraid of being judged. Some worry about being a burden to their families or fear losing their independence if they admit to feeling depressed. This can lead to silence and isolation, making the problem even worse. It's also important to recognize the unique risk factors that can make seniors more susceptible to depression. Loss and grief are common experiences in later life, whether it's the death of a spouse or friend, the loss of physical abilities, or changes in living situations. Retirement, while often a welcome relief, can also bring a loss of purpose or identity. Chronic illness, pain, and disability can limit activities and independence, leading to frustration and sadness. Even positive changes, like moving to be closer to family, can trigger feelings of loss and adjustment. Social isolation is another major risk factor. As we age, our social circles may shrink due to retirement, mobility issues, or the loss of friends and family. Living alone, especially after the loss of a partner, can increase feelings of loneliness and make it harder to reach out for help. The COVID-19 pandemic has only made this worse for many seniors, cutting off regular social activities and support systems. Financial stress can also play a role. Worries about paying bills, affording medications, or managing on a fixed income can add to feelings of anxiety and hopelessness. Seniors may be reluctant to spend money on mental health care or may not know what resources are available to them. Medical conditions and medications can both contribute to depression. Chronic illnesses like heart disease, stroke, Parkinson's disease, and Alzheimer's can affect brain chemistry and mood. Some medications, including those for high blood pressure, sleep, or pain, can have side effects that mimic or worsen depression. It's important to review all medications with a doctor or pharmacist if you notice changes in mood or behavior. So, what can you do if you suspect depression in yourself or a loved one? The first step is to start the conversation. Choose a quiet, private time to talk and express your concern in a gentle, non-judgmental way. You might say, "I've noticed you haven't been yourself lately, and I'm worried about you. How have you been feeling?" Listen carefully and let them know you care. Avoid offering quick fixes or minimizing their feelings. Just being there and showing support can be incredibly powerful. Encourage them to see a doctor or mental health professional. Depression is a medical condition and it deserves professional attention. A doctor can rule out other causes, review medications, and recommend treatment options. This might include counseling, medication, lifestyle changes, or a combination of approaches. Many seniors respond well to therapy, especially when it's tailored to their needs and preferences. There are also support groups, both in person and online, where seniors can connect with others who understand what they're going through. If you're supporting someone with depression, be patient and persistent. Recovery can take time, and there may be setbacks along the way. Offer to help with practical tasks, like making appointments, providing transportation, or preparing meals. Encourage small steps, like going for a short walk, calling a friend, or engaging in a favorite hobby. Celebrate progress, no matter how small, and remind them that they're not alone. It's also important to take care of yourself if you're a caregiver or family member. Supporting someone with depression can be emotionally draining, and it's easy to neglect your own needs. Make sure you have your own support system, and don't hesitate to seek help if you're feeling overwhelmed. Finally, know that help is available. Many communities have resources specifically for seniors, including mental health hotlines, counseling services, and senior centers. Medicare and most insurance plans cover mental health care, and there are often sliding scale or free options for those with limited income. Don't let cost or stigma stand in the way of getting help. In the next section, we'll discuss practical steps for preventing depression in seniors, ways to build resilience and stay connected, and how to create a supportive environment that makes it easier to ask for and receive help. Because while depression is serious, it's also treatable. And with the right support, seniors can find hope, healing, and renewed joy in life. Now that we've explored the signs and risk factors of depression in seniors, let's focus on prevention and building resilience. While not all cases of depression can be prevented, there are many steps you can take to reduce risk, strengthen mental health, and create a supportive environment for yourself or your loved ones. Stay connected. One of the most powerful ways to protect against depression is to maintain strong social connections. Make it a priority to reach out to friends, family, and neighbors regularly, even if it's just a quick phone call, a video chat, or a friendly wave across the street. If you're able, join a club, take a class, or volunteer in your community. Many senior centers, libraries, and faith groups offer activities designed to bring people together. If you're not comfortable with technology, ask someone to help you learn how to use a smartphone or tablet for video calls or online groups. Social connection is a lifeline, especially during times of change or loss. Stay active. Physical activity is not just good for your body, it's a powerful mood booster, too. Regular exercise releases endorphins, the body's natural feel-good chemicals, and helps reduce stress and anxiety. You don't have to run marathons. Even gentle activities like walking, stretching, gardening, or chair exercises can make a big difference. Aim for at least 20-30 minutes of movement most days and choose activities you enjoy. If you have mobility challenges, talk to your doctor or a physical therapist about safe options. Keep your mind engaged. Mental stimulation is another key to resilience. Challenge your brain with puzzles, reading, learning new skills, or playing games. Try something new, like painting, writing, or learning a language. Staying curious and engaged helps keep your mind sharp and gives you a sense of accomplishment and purpose. Eat well and sleep well. Nutrition and sleep are closely linked to mood. Eat a balanced diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Stay hydrated and limit processed foods, sugar, and alcohol. Good sleep is essential for mental health. So create a calming bedtime routine. Keep your bedroom cool and dark, and avoid screens before bed. If you have trouble sleeping, talk to your doctor. Sometimes sleep problems are a sign of depression or another health issue. Ask for help early. Don't wait until you're overwhelmed to reach out. If you notice changes in your mood, energy, or interest in life, talk to someone you trust. Early intervention can make a big difference. If you're supporting a loved one, check in regularly and ask open-ended questions about how they're feeling. Let them know it's okay to ask for help and that you're there for them no matter what. Create a supportive environment. Make your home a place of comfort and safety. Surround yourself with things that bring you joy: photos, music, plants, or favorite books. Keep your living space bright and welcoming, and spend time outdoors when you can. If you live alone, consider a pet for companionship, or arrange regular visits with friends or family. Build a routine. Having a daily routine can provide structure and a sense of control, especially during times of uncertainty. Set small, achievable goals for each day and celebrate your successes. Even simple tasks like making your bed, preparing a meal, or taking a walk can boost your mood and confidence. Practice gratitude and mindfulness. Take a few moments each day to reflect on what you're grateful for, no matter how small. Mindfulness practices, like deep breathing, meditation, or gentle yoga, can help you stay present and manage stress. These habits can build emotional resilience and help you cope with life's ups and downs. Remember, preventing depression is not about avoiding sadness or difficult emotions. It's about building a strong foundation of support, connection, and self-care. If you or someone you love is struggling, know that you're not alone and that help is available. In the next section, we'll talk about how to support a senior who may be experiencing depression, how to start the conversation, and what resources are available for treatment and recovery. Because with the right support, hope and healing are always possible. Supporting a senior who may be experiencing depression can feel overwhelming, but your care and attention can make a world of difference. The first and most important step is to start the conversation. Choose a quiet, private moment and express your concern gently. You might say, "I've noticed you haven't seemed yourself lately, and I care about how you're feeling." Listen without judgment and let them share as much or as little as they want. Sometimes, just knowing someone is there and willing to listen can be incredibly comforting. If your loved one is reluctant to talk, don't push, but keep the door open for future conversations. Remind them that depression is a medical condition, not a personal failing, and that help is available. Offer to help them make an appointment with their doctor or a mental health professional. Sometimes, seniors are more comfortable talking to their primary care physician first, so that can be a good starting point. Accompany them to appointments if they're willing. Having a trusted person there can ease anxiety and help ensure that important questions are asked and answered. Bring a list of symptoms, changes in behavior, and any concerns you've noticed. This information can help the doctor make an accurate diagnosis and recommend the best treatment options. Encourage treatment and follow-up. Depression is highly treatable, even in later life. Treatment may include counseling, medication, lifestyle changes, or a combination of these. Be supportive and patient. Recovery can take time, and there may be ups and downs along the way. Celebrate small victories, like going for a walk, attending a social event, or simply having a better day. Help with daily tasks if needed. Depression can sap energy and motivation, making it hard to keep up with chores, meals, or personal care. Offer practical support, like preparing meals, helping with errands, or organizing medications. But also encourage your loved one to do as much as they can for themselves to maintain a sense of independence and accomplishment. Watch for warning signs of severe depression or suicidal thoughts. If your loved one talks about feeling hopeless, expresses a desire to die, or mentions suicide, take it seriously. Stay with them. Remove any means of self-harm if possible, and seek immediate help from a doctor, mental health professional, or emergency services. Never ignore these signs. Your quick action could save a life. Connect with resources. Many communities offer support groups, counseling services, and hotlines specifically for seniors. Organizations like the National Alliance on Mental Illness, NAMI, the Depression and Bipolar Support Alliance, DBSA, and local senior centers can provide information and support. Medicare and most insurance plans cover mental health care, and there are often sliding scale or free options for those with limited income. Take care of yourself, too. Supporting someone with depression can be emotionally challenging. Make sure you have your own support system, and don't hesitate to seek help if you're feeling overwhelmed. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Taking care of your own well-being allows you to be there for your loved one. Keep hope alive. Depression can feel isolating and endless, but with the right support and treatment, most seniors can recover and regain their quality of life. Remind your loved one and yourself that things can get better. Encourage them to stay connected, keep up with treatment, and celebrate every step forward, no matter how small. Let's recap the key points from this video. Depression in seniors is common, but it's not a normal part of aging. Don't ignore the 5 warning signs: loss of interest in activities, changes in appetite or weight, sleep problems, physical complaints without a clear cause, and withdrawal or isolation. Understand the unique risk factors for seniors, including loss, illness, social isolation, and medication side effects. Take steps to prevent depression by staying connected, active, and engaged, and by asking for help early. If you're supporting a loved one, start the conversation, encourage treatment, and connect with resources. And above all, keep hope alive. Recovery is possible at any age.